Hey, this is the S1K Power Couple channel. Today I will be doing a 50,000 kilometer review, long-term review of the S1000RR because I see a lot of questions swirling around on the web about how these bikes hold up. In a couple of tanks now, this will be turning 50,000 kilometers, currently 49,446. So far I've had one problem, which was a broken steering stem nut, because I'm sure that was not BMW's fault. It was probably the shop that did the steering bearing. But all in all, this bike has not had any problems at all. It has been starting every day like it should. It's been running smooth, running nice. Never had a hiccup, except one time it got bad gas and it wouldn't run, but that also was not BMW's fault. There is a bit of noise, or a noise from a broken servo motor, which is for the stock exhaust that is sitting here, and that's because when you remove the stock exhaust, to not get an error code, you just remove the cables from the servo motor, and when the servo motor runs with no cables it takes a long time, but when you do that for a couple of years, it will break and it will start to make noise. There is a product you can buy for this, which is called a servo body, which you can completely remove that motor if you want, but it has no practical difference other than a bit of noise. I see people are asking, is it safe to run this bike without a tune and a full exhaust? Well, this has been running with a full Acra from always new, no tune, running factory O2 sensors, and it has been holding up very nicely. This bike sees the track on average probably in the season every other Thursday. The track is open every Thursday, but because of different circumstances we can't go all the time. We are also once a year or so on a 4-day straight track day event, and the bike always has no problem running a lot more than you do. It has, yeah, it just keeps going, starts when it should. It's still on the stock battery, no problems at all with things related to that. What I can say about these type of motors compared to the competitors is that BMW went all in all in for the performance. There are no concerns about like noise damping on the motor itself. The motor, it feels and it sounds very mechanical. There are some, like the first 10,000 kilometers you have it's still noisy, but it's a bit more quiet, and then like after 10,000 you start going to the shop and ask, is this normal, is this supposed to tick like that, and they all tick a little bit and make a little bit more noise than what you're familiar with if you have ridden a lot of the Japanese ones. They are also noisy, but this one is a little bit more. What's the nicest thing about this bike compared to the other ones I've had is that it has, I didn't really think about this when I bought it, but it has like heated grips and cruise control. Those are things you use all the time without even thinking about it when you have them. They are very, very nice. The electronic damping makes that you can ride so smooth on the road. It feels very good. The bike also please flame me for saying this. I'm totally comfortable with it, but this is truly a bike that beginners can ride. You have everything looking after you. So if you want S1000RR as your first bike, I wouldn't see why not. It should be safer than a lot of other bikes. Only backside I see is perhaps you get a little bit spoiled. The problem for me now is when I've had this for so long, when time comes that I will sell this one soon, it is to get a 2019 S1000RR. So I'm pretty stoked about that, looking very much forward to it. But yeah, the worst thing about this one from the factory is just the paint. The way it rides, the way it handles, the way it holds up is on par with everything I've ridden. It still feels like it will do 200,000 kilometers more. It's just as rock solid as when I got it. You also don't feel any deterioration of the gearbox or damping or this and that. I've just maintained it like I should and not had any problem. It feels pretty much as it did when it left the factory. Hope you find this review useful. If you like more videos like this, please subscribe, and we should try to upload more videos on both how you do stuff. We should develop this garage a bit, get a lift in here, a tire machine, and tidy it up a bit, and we hope to make some good entertainment. Goodbye.